All right, all right, all right. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. If you are currently tuning in, just give us a few minutes. We're letting other people tune in, as well as checking out our technical stuff. Yeah, okay, folks. So first and foremost, we got a 20-second delay. And so if you post a comment, give us some time to respond because the comments are already rolling in. First and foremost, salute. That means we're live and that means everything's going well. First of all, let's just give a shout out to those people who were shouting us out just to get this thing started. Who is that over there? Oh yeah, Citadel Combat Arena. That's our brother Morgan. How you doing, good brother? The Nomads out in New York. How you guys doing? One love. Good to see you guys on the program. It's not 8 o'clock yet. We're gonna give everybody till exactly 8 o'clock. As you know, the schedule is the schedule. Yeah, Morgan, welcome back. It's good to see you too, good brother. And everybody in your arena, the Citadel Combat Arena. We wish them the best right now. What's going on, Kali crew? Sensei La Canguro Frank. We just got your message right here. So salute to you too. We're giving everybody till 8 o'clock to tune in. All right, we're gonna start precisely at 8, but we'll give folks a second or two. And as we said, this is also helping us iron out any technical difficulties. So please keep us posted and informed if something pops up on your end. It's 8 o'clock, family. Okay, the schedule is the schedule. How do we normally begin?
Say greetings.
Oh yeah, I would say greetings. Welcome to People Talking Kali. This is Ross Angola.
And I'm Jenna.
And
welcome.
You know what? It's been a minute since we've had to actually introduce the show. Thank you, LG, for reminding me how to get this started. First and foremost, if you're just tuning in for the first time, People Talking Kali started about under a year ago from Jenna and I. We were inspired by martial arts platforms that were already existing. Paolo Rubio, Aperture and Funker. We had Jake Brosnan with Martial Media. These guys were really inspirational. I'm naming them so that you could check them out. But basically what we wanted to do was have a platform that was a little more centralized to the Kali community in general, including Arnis and Eskrima, don't get lost in the nomenclature, and to the Pikiti Tirji Kali specifically. And so People Talking Kali was kind of like of Kali people, for Kali people, about Kali related incidents. And so we were fortunate to kick off last year. We had like 9 guests, all of them solid instructors and practitioners. And they helped this vision come alive. And really it kind of brought the entire, for the most part, Kali community together under one banner. And that's what this program is about. And then basically after 9 shows towards the end of summer, what must have felt like to you guys an abrupt end, we had Guido Ferd on the show. We had, we had hosted him, and then boom, we never secured other guests, and we did not continue on with the program. And our inboxes and messages got flooded like, guys, what is going on? Why did you stop the program? And so, okay. See, what had happened was, no, seriously, there was a couple of reasons why we ended up putting the show on premature standby. Reason number 1, YouTube changed their online streaming services. And so we were using Google Hangouts at the time. It made everything very easy. You now had to start downloading software programs in order to stream live. And I wasn't the most tech savvy individual, and we couldn't figure out how to do that. So that was reason number 1.
And reason number 2, I'm so sorry, I got distracted because before I go on to reason number 2, I had to give my first essential worker shout out. I see Brother Alex Ortiz is, sounding on and giving us some props. You look good. We're looking at you too, brother. We're following you on social media.
That's right.
And you're looking great, looking strong. We want to say thank you for your service as an essential worker. As there are many people in the PTK world who are essential workers, we appreciate your service.
Right.
Salute.
That's right.
Much love, much help and wellness to you. All right. So the other reason is that we simply have a very busy life and lifestyle. We were flooded with the new year. For us, the new year is not January 1st. We are teachers by profession, and outside of teaching colleague, we are actual teachers. Many know, and many not don't know that Guru Angola teaches works for special education and has done so for 20 years. Yes, let's not make that an understatement. We're very proud, and I'm very honored to be your wife of someone who's done so many community works. And I teach and run a preschool, and so in September, it's like the new year for us.
That's right.
And so we get flooded with work and trying to, manage things. We're also full-time parents. So, we were just flooded and very busy. On top of that, trying to, keep our classes going strong and hosting in the beginning of the school year. So, it just became, a moment where we had to prioritize what was important. And, now we're able to, carve some time out to make this happen.
That's right. And one of the grateful things about this situation, and we encourage everybody to try to look at what's grateful every day about this situation, is that people were using Zoom to conference, and that kind of helped bridge the tech savvy issues that we were having, as well as create the free time that we weren't having because we were doing so much with school and as teachers. And so we sat down and, we were hearing from you guys, the community, but it was like, you know what, now's the time more than ever to come back as a community. We figured out a way, we got the time. Let's get People Talking Kali back on the air. Let's bring instructors out. Let's bring guests out. Let's bring students. And let's just get the conversation going because we think it's important to stay connected right now. And we also believe that we're going to get through this. And the more we can get through this with like-minded people, the better all of our outcomes will be. And so salute. If you see us looking here on the side, it's because we're getting our notices. Who is that FMAI indication there? That's Brother Frank? Yes, okay, good. LG Salute. Frank. Salute, good brother. To your mom out there working in the special education world, salute. There's so much I could say about that. It's something. I'm an advocate for students that are classified as special needs for so many reasons. And it's one of the best parts of my day. And I love it as passionately as I love Pikiti Tirshi Kali. And actually being an educator for students with special needs has made me a better instructor in PTK. Because one of my philosophies is that there is no learning disability. People just learn differently. And if you could learn how people learn, and if you know how you learn, then you can begin to make lessons more suited for that individual. So salute to Mom. And salute to all the instructors out there as well who are working with our special needs population.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, we did all that in 7 minutes. All right, so we wanted to cover who we are, and we wanted to cover why we were off for so long. So hopefully you guys have now a little bit of better understanding. But we're back.
Yeah, just feeling good, feeling great, we are obviously. Not working one-on-one, like personally with our students. We're working long distance, obviously because the world is in a different kind of war right now. It's a different kind of war, and there's so many unknowns to it, and we've all had to adjust in so many different ways. It's not quite like what would happen if there was like a physical, battle between two groups of people or countries, but it is similar to that in that we have to think about, keeping ourselves safe,
So, right. So this episode, we call it Status Check. You know, first and foremost, we want to check in on you guys. How are you doing? How are you in your areas? How are you doing in your communities? Let us know where you're at around the world, and let us know what's going on. 2, instructors. How are you maintaining your groups? How are you boosting morale? How are you keeping the training going? How are you keeping your morale going? How are you keeping your training going? And what are you doing to keep your balance? So, you know, take a minute, answer the question. Let us know how you're doing.
You know, I think every group, you know, should have, every PTK group should have really strong communication between the instructors and the students, because I think it builds a strong, you know, team morale. It builds loyalty because everyone has, you know, strong bonds, and it helps us, you know, maintain a clear means to understand information. And so, you know, I know Guru Angola is the advocate for communication, healthy communication. He pushes all of his students and instructors to keep and maintain healthy communication. And by saying push, that's me just saying he has a gentle requirement. And I think it's great. You know, Guru Angola, we've always had a group chat, and it's been a very great and strong tool for just even after class. You know, if someone leaves, the class still has questions, they're able to, you know, answer those questions and ask and answer those questions. And other students, other than just you and I, jump in and respond. And so I think it's just a great tool. So now more than ever, our group chat is really important. Yeah.
Every day, I make sure on that group chat, it's not necessarily sharing material. As Jenna said, we just have a thread going to check in. You know, there's a daily uplifting message from myself. Jenna also is adding messages and material. And then there's, of course, everything is related to PTK. So there's usually a message. There's something related to PTK, a video or some training. And then, as Jenna said, we're doing things as a group to post. I'd like to see a video on this. I'd like to see a video on that. And that's one lifeline that we're doing that we strongly recommend. If you guys aren't doing that, it might be a good suggestion.
Right.
Then on the side, we have our remote learning program. I'm sure instructors, you guys have already, some of you guys have been on this already. Other instructors are just starting to figure it out. But basically, having a remote learning option is a good tool, separate from your daily thread with your regular students, just to have for students who want to go a little bit deeper into material. It might also create a healthy revenue stream for you in this time. And so that's what we're doing. All right. We see some some people have commented and responded. Family, give us a second. Okay, so we got Brother Doug. I'll read the first one. You read the next one. Brother Doug, what's good? Hey, brother, is that Kali D? Salute, brother. We're doing good out here. It's good to hear from you. Brother Doug also has a podcast as well that we're going to support, and Sticks and Blades, Sticks and Knives, I believe it's called. Pardon me if I'm forgetting it. Put the information there, brother. We're doing good here in Philly. Thanks for checking in. We're close to New York, so we're watching them. But so far, so good. Okay, we got Nomad. What's Nomad say, Jenna?
It seems like they are maintaining their training via group video training, which is actually just a great way, you know, to learn. You know, there's so many Kali videos, period. You know, the thing about PTK is that it's not a secret, even though it does seem like it takes a couple of systems before most people get to Kali. It's not a secret, but there's so much material out there. It's always good to get material from your actual instructor.
That's
so having, you know, videos is great. So great
from
work,
your
Nomad.
teacher. That's good. That's good. And salute to the Nomad family.
Yes, they had
Royce
a grand
Ramos,
opening.
Frankie Demara.
Yes.
Those are the two brothers spearheading it. Love them, bro. They had a grand opening of a school recently. Salute to you guys, man. Keep up the good work. Our brother Morgan in Citadel Combat Arena, his school is small and he's not doing the online instructionals. That's another option. I'm sure you've got your reason. And you're a student and you're choosing to focus on being a student. And that's also very humble and that's also very wise. And I think that's a great idea too. Everyone has to kind of know themselves. You know, Morgan, we went back and forth with the online thing as well. We come from the firm belief that hands-on training is the most important.
Yes.
You know, the quality control for our students isn't going to be there. And so we're making sure, at least on our end, that the information we are providing to our dedicated students is something that for the most part that we could observe and make corrections, but we make no mistake that it does not replace the hands-on training. And to all instructors that have made that decision, salute to you too, because this, you know, this is a labor in and of itself to do this program.
Right. Yes. Yep. And so we're seeing more from Nomad about them trying to navigate working with students who are on the video or
That's right.
that messaging platform, and those who aren't. You know, we've kind of had to go through those challenges as well, making sure that everyone has access.
That's right.
But on another note, I really think that every instructor, you know, when you choose to be a leader, you know, I've said it before, you choose to serve other people. And people who have invested in you, you know, just give them a call. Whether they're people who train consistently every day, people who come to every single class, or people who just come to, you know, one class a month, or just come to your seminars. You know, it's good to just give them a call and, you know,
That's
reach
right.
out. Sometimes hearing a voice of someone, especially someone who was a particular leader, or someone who's been helpful in someone else's life, it really does brighten up their day. It really does, you know, give them a certain sense of, you know, security when
That's
you just
right.
reach out, say how you doing, letting your students know that you're there for them. I know that we've reached out and physically called our students. We see them, but we've and we messaged, but we physically called most of our students and said, hey, or students who we haven't seen in a while. We're like, hey, you know, what's going on? How you doing?
That's right.
So,
and you know, on that note too, to you introverted students out there, because I'm that guy calling you every day, leaving you a message every day, not hearing from you. You know, respond to your teachers, okay, guys? Like, you know, I know everybody's nervous, everybody's anxious. We all got a lot going on our mind. But if your instructor is reaching out to you, and I'm sure instructors can relate to this, you know, we may not just be asking you to do the video that we just sent, or to do your jumping jacks. It may just be, hey, we just want to check in, how you doing? You know, working in the special education field, and Jenna doing what she does, you know, mental health is a concern. A lot of people just don't have the mental stamina and endurance for this situation. And so this type of communication and checking in and making sure the family's good, and stepping out of your comfort zone by returning a phone call or returning a text message is very important to do. I want to run down our brother Alex again, a student of ours, is saying he works at Temple Hospital as a healthcare worker. Once again, salute. Basically, he's just overloaded with patients right now. Hang in there, brother. And I know there's a lot of healthcare workers right now overloaded. That's where the front lines is there right now. And so make sure you're taking time for yourself and your mental health, brother Alex, and all the healthcare workers out there. And you know, we need you guys.
Yeah, know that we thank you. You know, we thank you for caring for our aunties, uncles, grandparents, and all of the people who are really struggling with this, and it's a serious battle. And you know, every day we give thanks for our health. We give thanks for our ability to, you know, be in a situation that is a lot, you know, more safe. And so, you know, it's because of people like you, brother Alex, that there's a large portion of people who are moving in a safe way. So
that's right. So salute to you. We can't take up enough time honoring you guys. Okay, brother Doug has confirmed the name of his podcast is Sticks and Blades. We're going to support that. Send out some more messages. As you can see, Nomad is our family. It's good to hear you guys are doing good. Hang in there. Okay, brother Court out in Colorado checked in. Salute, brother Court. Okay, brother Court is going to be a future guest on this show. I have a lot to say about him. Just a great instructor in person. Jenna and I personally got to meet him in February, and we got a lot to say about that good brother right there. More to come, but it's good to hear you've tuned in, Court, and hope all is well with you and your family out there in Colorado. Hey, brother Morgan. Okay, I love that project. So one of the other things that was very inspirational, Tuhan Jacques Latour, if he's not watching, somebody get him on right now. This is a great man, Tuhan Jacques of PTI, Pictitergy International. He's a great leader, messages me personally always to check in. And basically, he started a project, the Global Carenza Project, and Paulo Rubio got on board. And it was just asking for free flow Carenza flows worldwide. They started it like a month ago, maybe. I don't know the exact time. They have over 100 submissions now. And it's just beautiful to see practitioners of all ages, all genders, all backgrounds from all over the world, just free flowing in the Carenza. It's beautiful. I was honored to be a part of that. Brother Morgan, I loved your flow in there. I'm glad you got to be a part of it. It's great to see so many female practitioners in there.
I was worried.
Yeah, Jenna was.
I was recovering. I had to get emergency.
Please, before you say, Jenna, where were you? Okay.
I had to get emergency oral surgery. You know, I had this terrible toothache, unfortunately, right at the time of everything shutting down. And so thank you so much to my beautiful husband who sped through traffic. We finally reached an emergency dentist. We had 30 minutes to get from where we live to the center of town. Anyone who's from Philly knows that that's a close time, range to get there. We had literally 30 minutes to go to the only oral surgeon who was open in the city. We were the only ones there, thank goodness. And I'm just giving thanks to my beautiful husband for I don't know if he broke a couple of speed laws.
We don't want to say anything on live TV.
And then I think he pulled over on the sidewalk and got me to the oral surgeon. So I actually am my last day of being off is actually tomorrow. So I'm excited to jump back into everything.
So while our shelter in place was going on, Jenna had
a swollen cheek.
Tooth infection. Could you imagine? And no dental places were open. Her scheduled extraction was shut down. And as she said, the one place open was there, and it was a blessing. That is why Jenna was not able to submit a Carenza.
Otherwise, plus my extra cheek.
But it's a great project. Salute to those guys for spearheading that, and the 100+ practitioners worldwide who were part of it. It's inspired me. If any of my group is watching, to now for the month of April, I want to see your Carenzas. I want to see your free flow. Not only, Carenza is therapeutic. It's therapeutic. And it's also a great way to bridge stuff from drills to actually making the Kali your own. And so, salute to that. Thank you for bringing that up, Brother Morgan.
We got a special shout out from my sister, my beautiful sister friend, LG Allison, Bakanguru Allison from the Maquilas.
Out in Florida.
Florida. We know y'all are dealing with it heavy, but I'm glad you all are strong and staying strong. We're with you all. We're with you.
Salute. And Brother Rich, Mandala Rich, out there with the spearheading the McKillies family. Hopefully he's watching. He's also hopefully a future guest. We're definitely going to have on the show.
Both of
you. Actually, both of you, the tag team this thing. We put them on the spot. There it is. It's out now. Okay. So both of you guys, it would be great to have on the show in the future, as well as everybody that's on here. Morgan, I'm going to reach out to you. Frankie and Royce going to reach out to you. Brother Doug, we've already been talking. So we got the time, family. Don't be shy now. If you know somebody or you know an instructor or a student that we can promote and just have a great conversation with, let's do it. Let us know. We want to bring the community together.
So our next question, and then we're going to post, and we hope that you all can post and we can read it off and share some of your insight with, is how is your personal training going now that you are indoors and a little bit more indoors? And how is it going with kind of developing your own skill set, not just you or your students? What are you doing with yourself? I know for me, when I was dealing with the post-surgical swelling and I couldn't really do anything high impact, I did what I call geriatric footwork, where I was just slowly, I was kind of getting back into the swing by cleaning a little bit here and there. And in between cleaning, I would do some slow footwork. And it was good because it helped me get consistency and just making sure that I was angulating correctly and finding, the proper footing, finding the balls in my feet versus my heels, and all those things that we try to do to build basic technique. And so, I couldn't do much, so I at least kept the footwork going. What about you, Guru?
Well, just to kind of add to what LG Jenna is saying, we immediately established healthy routines for ourselves, for our children. Now more than ever, we believe this is a time to be disciplined. Disciplined with your time, disciplined with your finances, disciplined with everything, your physical state. So first and foremost, it was trying to create those disciplines. So I got my personal morning, wake up 4 a.m., get your ass out of bed, do something uncomfortable and get comfortable being uncomfortable routine. Then there's training throughout the day, the Kali that I want the students to learn. So I got to make sure my skill sets are good, especially now before I make any video. I just run through the material that I want the students to kind of go through. Maybe video that or not. And then there's my personal training with Kali. Now it just seems like there's more time than ever to work on those things.
Right.
And as of late, now there's more time to do I'm trying to get buff out here. I'm trying to get swole again. Folks don't know, I'm serious, trying to put back some pounds of muscle back on there. And so, using the time to get physically fit in that regard.
Right. Yep. And I think that's the key is, finding your own discipline, even if it's in like your non-discipline, and that that you set a goal, like, I want to at least be active at, before I do this, I want to do, as opposed to saying at this time. Those who aren't like serious about the actual time, you can say, okay, before I eat lunch today, I want to do at least 20 minutes or something, something active. It gives you, if you have like a general schedule. Now, there's some people who are really exact about their scheduling and planning, and that's great. And then there's some people who kind of need just a general parameter of what their day is going to look like. And I think that's really helpful too. When you have just a general outlook, you're at least accomplishing, if you set your goal and make it something accomplishable, if that's a word, then you'll feel happy if you accomplish that goal.
Yeah. Want to give a quick shout out to Sandra Marie Pierce from Florida and the McKillies family. Salute, sister. I just saw your message there, letting us know that Mandala Rich is sending them videos. They got to record the videos and send it back. I think that's great. I'm glad to hear a student jump on, represent their group. Please do those videos. I know you are, sister, but that's so important. That's just a way to keep the sword sharp, keep the fire blazing, keep you and the McKillies family strong. And so that's great to hear you guys are doing that down there. Keep it up. And the Nomad family, adjusting diets, losing weight. Some of you guys out there losing weight. Some of you guys out there gaining weight. Let's hear about it. Come on, family.
They say that either you're going to be one of two things are going to happen after this is over. You're either going to gain weight or you're going to lose weight.
We don't want to come out of Corona looking worse. I'm serious out there. So no, I'm just kidding. We want to come out of this situation being as healthy as we can possibly be. All right, is it too soon to do jokes? I mean, we're always trying to find the bright side of this situation, family. Royce, I'm hoping that's weight that you're losing in a good way. Thank you for letting us know. Keep up the good work.
Like, I live this. I do this all day, every day.
I
eat this.
Morgan. That's right.
That's right.
Very,
that's great.
very dedicated. And working on personal relationships and bridge building. Salute, sir. This is a time for leaders. This is the time for leaders to emerge. This is the time for all of us, the leaders inside of us, to emerge. And we should be building bridges right now with our colleague community, with our FMA community, and then also in our personal lives. If we still mad, if folks are still hanging on to stuff from the past, right now, this is the time to dead that. make peace now. All right, all that's some bullshit. Excuse my language. Oh, the
You
kids.
changed the ratings.
I changed the ratings on the show. I'm just saying, okay. Responding to my friend's comment, we got to keep building bridges right now, and that's a great thing to do, good brother.
PTI Academy said that they're managing family right now, and that's real. That's real.
Brother. That's Tuhan Jack right there.
Oh
yeah. See, I shouted him out. Then
somebody got him on.
Then LG Frank got him on, and now
great.
he's letting us know he's managing fam.
Yes.
I know you're managing family, good brother. Take your time, Jack. Just wanted to let you know we love you, sir. Right. And that the Global Carenza Project was a huge inspiration.
Yes. Can't wait to meet you, brother, one day. And yeah, it's real when you're managing family. You know, we of course have some youths of our own, and you know, I run the homeschooling group within my pre-K, my preschool, and so I work academically with our daughters every day. And I rather work with them at our school site than work with them at home. And so I think I've been trying to get them to keep themselves, you know, occupied and busy, and call them on dad a little bit more, because I think we all are trying to just hold our patience with our children. And but that's leads us to our next part.
Before we do that, because we want to talk about the family, I just got to highlight some of the review, the comments I see. Blackbird Training Group, that's our brother Lamont out there. What's going on, Mandala? I hope everything is well. I see you're down 17 pounds. Yes. Is that good? Is that bad? Is that a goal? Okay, I know you want to get back up to fighting weight, but it's great to hear from you. Another future guest we got to have on the show this time around. We were setting it up, and then things, you know, life. All right, so great to hear from you, good brother. And this 13-year-old's been crushing you on your WS, so that's kind of hey, Al, that's beautiful, man. Hey, man, well, that's beautiful. Keep it up with the family.
Wow, 13 already.
I know. When you sit, you got 13.
When? Like, when did that happen?
Okay,
wow.
Miss Pierce, working in the local government. Wow, salute. Keep us posted, and keep the McKinley's family updated with whatever information they're going to need to know. But salute. Sounds like you're on the front lines, Miss Pierce. Yeah, okay, brother Jack Latour. Are you seeing your signals, sir? Are you able to see your all right? You're getting a lot of love right now, good brother Tuhan Jack. So we're gonna work this out, family. We're reading comments as we're talking to you. Okay, Jen, you read the comments so I can stay looking at the family.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it just seems everyone is, you know, giving love, you know, from Tuhan Jack Latour. Yes, we really appreciate the work that you're doing with the Carenza Project and keeping everything, you know, inspirational for the PTK and the greater Kali community. And we definitely want to say, send positive energy to Sister Sandra from the McKillas. And yes, Brother Doug is talking about how he's doing a lot of yoga and push-ups. And yes, that stretching is so important. When there's a level of being sedentary, or, you know, maybe you're sleeping a little bit longer, having more opportunities to be more still, the stretching is just as important as the building the muscle. It's just, I gotta say,
Jen is my witness. I'll say in my class, hey, men over 35, men over 35, we gotta stretch that lower back.
Yes.
We gotta stretch, you know, try to get them in them splits, man. I know we're not gonna get them splits, but them inner thigh, hamstring, groin areas, we gotta stretch that lower back out. Do your horse stances, your splits, your core area. We gotta stay flexible, brother Doug. Yoga is it's underrated. I do my own kind of made up yoga. I feel like from the capoeira training and the Kali training, seriously, I know my body. I know what I need to stretch, and I find those awkward poses seriously to work it out, just to try to get those movements. So, but it's good to see you're doing something. And yeah, brother Jack is saying the footage for the project is coming together, and once you get that together, you release that. We're gonna share that, brother Jack, Tuhan Jack, and we're very excited to see that. It's just a way to keep the community connected. All right, we caught up on our comments.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So we were talking about raising
Family.
parenting, as
Yep.
well as staying. Yeah, Jen and I, by the way, we talk quick. This is our life. We move through a lot of topics. We're moving. If we don't hear something, we just keep on moving to the next thing. And so, we wanted to check in with instructors, how your program's doing, how's your personal training going. Yeah, Capo Kali yoga. You could call it that. You know what I'm saying? You could call it that.
Yeah.
And yeah, just catching up on everything. And so our next question, we wanted to just say, very important, connected to the mental health topic. How are you guys doing with your families, with the people that you're sheltering in place with? I don't know how much of the Kali community is raising children at this time, but if you're raising kids at this time, or if you're taking care of an elderly person at this time, if you have dependents, is what I'm saying, that's a challenge as well. And so I'm blessed to have this beautiful woman here. We took this situation as an opportunity for us to grow stronger as a family. We looked at each other, we shook hands across the table, and was like, look, here's what's not going to happen during this situation.
Yep.
We're not going to be about any BS. I'm not going to curse again. All right. Here's what we are going to be about. And boom, we just locked in right away. But I speak to friends, I speak to family. Not everybody's having such an easy time at home, and so we find ourselves giving a lot of advice to strong people, warriors who are getting tired of being with the same people every day, or falling under the mental strain of this situation. So that's part of our status check too.
Yeah. I mean, there's one part of it where it's like there's actual anxiety that, everyone is validated in having. People who are on the front lines, we're seeing high levels of anxiety and frustration and sadness. And that's to be expected. And, we feel for those people. And then it's like people who are family people, or just individuals where, we just have a level of anxiety with the unknown of our own health and the health of the people that we love. And so, that is to be expected. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that anxiety, but channeling it after a certain point. One of the wise elders who mentors me still, she always says, you can go through the height of your emotions, the most imbalanced emotions that you could feel, whether it's anxiety, anger. So you can do that for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, you have to go within and channel whatever you channel to bring yourself to a different state, whether it's by just taking a break and doing some breathing, whether it's by things that make you happy, like singing or dancing, or investing in your craft, whatever your craft may be. You have to push yourself to come to a mental state. And that's when you're truly watering your own garden. And if you're not watering your garden and spending that time with yourself, then you're taking yourself from the ability to create balance. Because only you can do that. Only you can create that internal balance. But it can be hard. So, I think it's important also to not isolate yourself and to reach out to other people. I'm sure that most of us, not all of us, but most of us have people that you can reach out to and to talk to. I know we make ourselves available as well, because just as we might need someone in a second to help us when we're in that emotional state, we're there for other people as well.
That's right.
But then there's a side to it where it's like your own personal families and relationships. And, I think we use the outside, the existential, the commotion of the day to kind of help us cope with having to develop a strong unit in our homes. And then it comes to a head when you're like stuck home, you know what I mean? And so it's important to, find that, again, internal balance, but then also, always look for the gratitude. Yeah, it's hectic at home. Yeah, children are off the wall, or, or taking doll heads off, or acting crazy in the house.
That's our kids. That's not me, by the way. I don't want you to think I'm not taking the heads off the dolls, but that's our kids being bored and stuff like that.
But
just to add to that, what we're saying, the biggest cause of anxiety, family, is the unknown right now. We're dealing with a great unknown. And then there's this information about this unknown that we don't even know if the information is accurate. And so for us, our training has prepared us for this moment, because our Pakiti training prepares us to deal with the unknown variables of the fight, you know? And so when I see a lot of spike in anxiety within myself or my friends or students, I draw it back to, a lot of it is just coming back to the fact that there's a lot of questions and there's not a lot of answers. Then it's just a matter of recognizing, what can I control? What can I not control? You know, I could always control myself. Actually, that's the most thing that we can control, and we can control how we respond. And so the more we can control our response to the unknown, the better off for us, you know, will be, you know, in this situation. It's not easy for people to admit that they're anxious or afraid or fearful, especially if for so long you've been the leadership, you've been the rock in your family, in your community, in your group for so long. And there's some people that are really cool with it. I'm finding myself not, you know, this situation hasn't, you know, we feel prepared. We feel prepared, all right? So, but I'm saying, if you're one of these strong people, talk to somebody too, getting back to what Jen is saying, okay? Don't be so strong that you just keep everything locked up inside. Release. Release in some way, shape, or form. And if you're not the talkative type, make sure you're finding a healthy coping mechanism to release. I got my hands up because I always hit the tire. You know, sometimes you got to just do something to help vent, but make sure you're releasing any kind of negative buildup that's going on inside of you guys. All right. I see Sheila, she quoted Muhammad Ali, you know, don't count the days, make the days count. Yes. And we've been saying it here. It's a prison mindset, you know. Don't let the time do you, okay? You got to do the time, all right? You have to take control over the time and make the most out of this and use it to make yourself better people, make us better people, better community. Are we rambling too much?
Well, let's send a beautiful greetings to our brother in Brazil, Marcilio Silva. Many blessings to you, brother.
Brother from Brazil, Marcilio, obrigado, you know, for reaching out. And I'm not even going to embarrass myself with my Portuguese, brother, but we want to have you on as a guest. Yes. So I'll be reaching out to you as well. I want to know what's going on in Brazil. Tell me where in Brazil you're from as well. What was that Alex is saying over there?
He says, is it because we don't know whether what is not known is good or bad for us? Don't really understand. We only know what happens when we engage with what we don't understand fully because we had such an experience before.
I think he's look, like, you know, you're on high levels right there for us, but yeah, this is about the whole not understanding thing and what makes it so difficult. And it's that fear of the unknown. And so we can't let that paralyze us. Okay. But a lot of this it's the unknown. Because we don't know. There's no time, and time is the master here. This is a waiting game in a lot of ways, and we don't know how long we're gonna have to sit and wait. So we're gonna build our mind up during this time. Who is Squatting Bear? Please remind me. Squatting Bear, who are you? I love you. We love you too. Okay. Yeah, we have to be strong for each other, Frankie. I hear you on that, brother. We got to support each other now more than ever. We can't buy into the hype. There's a lot of fear mongering out there. And some people are there's a spectrum of fear, you know. We know the spectrum. I don't even have to say it here. And it ranges every day. And who's on the spectrum of fear? Some of it is valid.
Teresa.
Some of it is invalid. That's Teresa. Love you, sister. That's Squatting Bear. Miss you. All right, getting back to the fear being valid and invalid. we have what we can control, and that's ourselves.
Mhm.
We just cannot forget that. At the end of the day, what we can control is ourselves
Mhm.
and how we respond to the unknown.
Right.
You know, and Jenna and I are always about empowering, self-empowerment,
Mhm.
and even in the face of fear, to find the courage
Mhm.
to be stronger than you were before.
Mhm.
So we know we're gonna get through this, family. We
Mhm.
know we're gonna get through this.
Yes.
Miss you too, Teresa, and Marcelio, the brother of the spirit of brotherhood is indispensable. I love that.
Mhm.
Exactly. People working together can do amazing things. This is not a time of social isolation. We know what we mean what they mean when they say that.
Mhm.
But you know, it's what we do with it. We can take this situation, folks, and do amazing things with this situation.
Mhm.
Okay, we can be better people. We can be the leaders that we were born to be right now, you know? And so the spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood and motherhood and fatherhood and all of that is indispensable indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, you two have a wonderful evening, Miss Pierce. And thank you for chiming in. And everyone else, we thank you guys for chiming in. As we said, we wanted to use today as an opportunity to touch bases, status check, see who's out there, see how everybody's doing.
Mhm.
Let you guys know, yeah, we're back. We're
Mhm.
here. We're going to make this more consistent, more regular. We're going
Right.
to keep upgrading our program. But for right now, we just wanted to jump out there and reconnect, family.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. We have one more question from the Citadel Combat Arena. One more question. and then
Yeah,
we'll
could you
sign
read it
off.
for us, love?
Yes, it says, I have been working hard on Bali songs and Espadi Daga. What are you two working on right now?
Ooh. What are you working
Wow.
on, La Kangura, Jenna?
Well, that's a great question. I have been on like a small, like a 7 to 10 day sabbatical from oral surgery. However, like I said, I think that anytime you're like, you take a break and you get back into training, for me, it's been like a little bit less than 10 days. I say start with the foundation. Whether you've been a master for years, you're a beginner instructor like myself, or a student, still moving toward up the ranks, you can't fail with the basics. So when I jump back on the training wagon fever, I'll probably be working on foundation. I like my angles to be clean. I'm really picky about that. I like to look clean and polished. I want to have, when you see instructors in two hands, when you see them demonstrating and you're like, oh, and they could have just did an angle one and you're like, oh, that was so awesome. I want that assuredness in my basics. And so I'll be working on probably a lot of basic footworks, repping it out, making sure it's consistent every time, working on basic angles and, being ambidextrous with everything basic. And then after that, and I get, a little bit bored, I'll probably be tapping into my resource right here. And,
A lot of double stick. Court, you still watching? We're going to talk about that. A lot of double stick for me personally, Morgan. Keep my hands active, moving. If it's not double stick, it would be a spotting dagger, but I got the double sticks for me for a reason. And a lot of live blade, empty hand training. I'm going to say that right now. A lot of deploying a live blade, bringing it into action, playing, getting comfortable with it. That's for me. That's my personal training right now. Yeah, I want to make sure certain skills are go ready. You know what I mean? Especially Jenna, we have kids, and so right now it's utmost about protection of the family. All right, and so that's our personal training. And yeah, family, this has been great. This was fun. It's great to see everybody here. We're gonna make this regular. We have no reason not to. Lining up the next round of people. Pretty much everybody that you see right there, we're going to be reaching out to you. And I'm pointing at the comments for me and Jenna, where they are. and so we could keep this conversation going. It's good to hear from folks. Some of you guys are just watching, not commenting. We know you're out there sending your support and love in other ways. Let us know what's going on with you. We hope everyone's doing well in this time. We are not going to use this platform to fearmonger about COVID-19. It will come up in our conversations, I'm sure. It has to. Our conversations regarding what's going on with the pandemic are going to be about strengthening the community and strengthening ourselves and each other. I just wanted to clarify that. All right. It's not about what's going on. It's going to be about what are we doing about what's going on? What's our plan? Okay. And so thank you guys. Brother Lamont, you're going to hear from me. Frankie, Royce, you'll hear from me. Morgan, you'll hear from me. I apologize for not doing the titles right now. Alex, you're going to hear from me. Teresa, Sandra, okay, Marcilio, definitely. And of course, Tuhan Jack, love you, brother. And so thank you for tuning in to our kickoff episode of Brother Doug, of course. Sorry, sir. Our kickoff episode of People Talking Kali. Status check. Season 2 has officially begun. And I'm saluting out. Loyalty, wisdom, respect.
Life, health, and success.
Peace, family.
Stay safe, everyone.
Love you all.